Hey, I'm live. That's exciting. Sorry about that. I was looking at Yahoo while I was waiting for this to go live. I'm going to go post the link over on jollyrogerukulele.com. If you are finding this recording, it's part of our weekday series on playing ukulele without singing if we don't have to. Sometimes we have to sing. And I'm going to post our link to have everybody come join us right now at jollyrogerukulele.com. Probably if you're watching this video, you already know about that spot, but I like to mention it just in case you're new. And link to join, delete, Control V. Okay, so far so good. We're getting close. What time is it? This is the other type of computer. Everything's backwards between Windows and Macintosh, just enough to mess you up, right? Am I right, people? All right, open, update. They could just call each other down the street. Hey, which button are you going to use for this? And the other company should say, yeah, that sounds cool, and they just use that button, right? But no, they got to have it the other way, which is, ooh, our series of buttons is superior to your series of buttons. All right, so there's the link. 12:57. I'm a little late, so if you're watching the recording of this, probably fast forward about 5 minutes and then you'll be set. Let's see. Lynn says, Hi, Lynn. How are you? Lynn from New Jersey. Let's see. Is it really Monday again? That's why my. Laurel, you're not allowed to talk about your underwear unless you're talking about your G string around here. Let's see. How are we doing? All right. Ooh, I'm looking rather Italian here. Let me button up my button here. Ooh, I don't know. This is awful lot of light here. Let me make one adjustment. This light seems to be overdoing it. What if I just turned it off? Oh, that's a little better, huh? Let's get rid of it altogether. That one's fine. Let's see here. Hey, Burke. How did it get to be 7:20? I know. 1 minute ago, about 1 minute ago, it was March 15th, and we're like, I don't think we should get together. Sounds like this virus is kind of scary. And then now, how are we? July 20th. Crazy. Let's see. Lynn from New Jersey. There's a rule about saying New Jersey, and I can't remember what you do. If you're from New Jersey, you say New Jersey, and if you're not from New Jersey, we say Jersey. I think that's the rule, right, Lynn? And if you're from New Jersey, you don't say Jersey because that's not cool. I don't remember what the rule is. Greeley, I know. Lanny's from Greeley. I know that. No matter how you say Greeley, it's not cool. Let's see. Who else is logging in? Where am I, Burke? I will be revealing the secret to where I am here momentarily. So you're going to have to wait with bated breath to find out where I am. Where is Gary? Where is Waldo? Hey, Carol. Carol, I got your email. I just didn't get a chance to get back with you. Apologize. I've been working on our setup here today, and I'm hoping that the sound is good. This is a lot more sensitive interface than the one I use over at the studio, and so I'm hoping that I'm not blowing you out, or I'm hoping that when we get to actually playing, it's going to make sense. So that's what my hope is anyway. We'll find out. I did do 400 test runs of it this morning, and I think I have it down. So we'll find out. Let's see, who else? Oh, you say Jersey too. I know. Yeah, I love it when people have these rules about certain places. Oh, you're like this. People are like this in that place, and then you're like, well, some of the people are sort of like that. It's like when you meet people who say ukulele, you're pretty sure you're like, oh God, it's an ukulele people, and then they turn out to be lovely. So what are you gonna do? I just don't say Jersey. I never saw a single episode of the show Jersey Shore, but I know all of the characters just because you were not allowed at that point to not know who all of those characters were. Hey, Vic, welcome in, Vic. I got your email as well, and I am going to get back to you. I apologize. I've been Don't tell anybody, but I did not pay my sales taxes last quarter because I made almost no money last quarter, and so I just was like, screw it, I'll pay the late charge and I'll deal with it later. And so this weekend, our new quarter of sales tax is due today, and so all weekend I was busy going through my sales tax stuff. Which had I done it the previous quarter, which I sold about $3 worth of stuff, then I wouldn't be rushing around like an idiot trying to do 6 months of taxes this weekend. So, if I made enough money to pay an accountant, I would do it in a heartbeat. But instead, I just get in trouble with the government. There's a nice little lady who calls me up with this message. Hey, Gary, we didn't get your sales tax returns. I know. Let's see. Hey, Jetta, welcome in from the Bay Area. Lindy, happy Monday. Good to be here. Sound okay to you? Okay, good. Sandy, Upper Peninsula, up the ooper. Here's Sandy right there. Let's see. It looks good. It sounds good. Okay, good. Lindy, good. Bill, good lighting. Yeah, I'm in. Oh, I can't tell you yet. I have to wait until we're ready to start. I'm going to wait one more minute, and then I'll tell you where I am. Lynn, but it's not the shore. It's the beach. Oh, Jersey Beach. Well. Growing up in Colorado, all I know is the ocean is super scary. It is. I don't care if it's a beach, if it's a shore, if it's rocks, if it's 6 blocks away. I know it's there. It's super scary. There's weird stuff in the water that get around your ankles and make me freak out. And every now and then somebody gets drug out and murdered by a shark. And so that's what I know about. That's my complete knowledge of the ocean. I've been to the ocean, half a dozen times, and I wouldn't say it's ever been particularly relaxing. It's one of those places where, when you have grown up I grew up in Colorado, so if I have a knife and a Bic lighter, I can survive anything. Like I could honestly, that's all you need to survive in the wild. That's why it's weird when I hear people getting lost and stuck and all this up there. But boy, you take me to the ocean, and I want a floaty, and I want a guy watching over me, and I don't want any of that weird stuff touching me. Seaweed, ugh. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to die from a jellyfish. I don't think I've ever even. Well, I've seen some jellyfish, but I don't think I've ever touched a jellyfish. Let's see. That's great, Lynn. No beach in New Jersey. You go down to the shore. Oh, goodness sakes. Now we're getting into it. Hey, Evelyn. Welcome in. Gary and Diane. Good to see you today. Hey, Jerry. Welcome in. Pauline's also in the Bay Area. I started this guinea pig week. Did you know that guinea pig is a standard? Oh no, Evelyn, I actually did do a tiny bit of research on guinea pig in Wikipedia this morning because I was putting a little thing together to send out, and I wasn't sure I was spelling guinea pig right. So of course, every Wikipedia is my thing. I am a total Wikipedia fan. So I go to Wikipedia and I'm Belgian. Well, I start reading and I'm like, why do we say it, that we're going to use you as guinea pigs? And then I find out they were lab rats forever. And so, and it is a delicacy. Not really a delicacy though, right, Evelyn? It's just a dish you can have. They're such lovely little guys too. There's a person down the street over here. She lets them run around her yard. She's got kind of this, little bit of chicken wire around it, and she just lets her guinea pigs out. Super cool. In Oregon, in Oregon, you say the coast, not the shore, or the beach. Well, my niece sent me some pictures of her at the beach this weekend up in Oregon, and it's cute. Did you know that Colorado has the highest per capita percentage of certified scuba divers? Is that true? How about that? Where I grew up over here in Lakewood, and there's a scuba shop that's been there as long as I can remember. And so who knows how many people they've certified. I think there's actually a tank inside of their building. It's funny. Let's see. Hey, Jerry, happy Monday to you. You're back in Denver. Good. Glad you're here. Chris is here. Christine Red. So happy to be my guinea pig. Guinea pigs would have to run out. We had dogs growing up, and then my dad had cats, so I had cats and dogs growing up. But when I was a little boy, we had gerbils, and then one gerbil died, and then that made me too sad to have any more gerbils ever. Hey, Diane. Hey, Mike. Where have you been, Mike? Glad you're back. Let's see. Underwater Fantasies. That's the name of the place. They've been there forever. Jennifer, I know you got a curriculum meeting. Just turn it around, let everybody take the class and say, this is the only curriculum you need. We teach reading, we teach writing, we teach math, we teach music, we teach teamwork, what else do we teach? excellence, study skills. That's it. We don't, forget all that other stuff you have to teach. Just have everybody tune into this. Hey, Linda, good in from and Ruby Beach in Washington. All right, John is everywhere. He knows all things. John's our hero. All right, so let's talk very briefly here. I have Megan moved back to Oregon, so I have taken over her space that she had as her art studio, and that's where I am broadcasting. It is on, and we have two apartments they took the wall out between. So I actually have an apartment with an outside balcony, and then this side of the apartment has the inside balcony. So I am on the inside balcony. There are two things that are interesting. I don't know if they're great. Interesting about the inside balcony. We have never used it for anything ever until Megan moved here, and then she turned it into an art studio kind of thing. And so I'm taking it back over now that she's moved out of the house as a broadcast studio. The other thing is that whatever temperature it is on the outside, it is almost the same temperature on the inside. And so it tends to be a little toasty in here in the summer and a little cold in the winter. And that's because when you remodel an apartment and you put in a balcony wall, you shouldn't put in something that doesn't have insulation in it. But that's what we did. That's what whoever put this wall in, no insulation. So it's never particularly pleasant out here. So today I've got a couple of fans running. So I need to know if you guys hear those fans. I have two very quiet fans running on real low, and it's just to move a little air around. So if you're hearing this, let me know. Shouldn't be. I've adjusted the microphones in such a way as to hopefully not pick up any of that. The other thing about where I am at is that this weekend we had all this stuff on these shelves that was not broadcast worthy, piles of stuff. So I've moved all that out of the way, and we haven't gotten any, we want to put smart books and books that make us look like we know what we're doing back here. But all my music books are over at the studio, so I have really nothing there. But we're going to Donna has 8 billion cookbooks, so we're going to put some cookbooks there. And she's also very smart, so she's going to put some smart books there, I think. I don't know. We'll put something back there. In the meantime, it's blank. I'm also checking for tonight. I'm going to broadcast from here when obviously the lighting will be different because of the sunlight will be gone, obviously. And so I just want to make sure we get the sound right today. So for those people who log in tonight, they will, you guys will have been their guinea pigs. So there's that. What else do I want to tell you about? What else is going on? Well, let's play Yankee Doodle. Those of you guys that are newer, this is an important moment. We talked about last week. You sort of 3 Blind Mice is your moment where you graduate from just being a guy with a ukulele or a girl with a ukulele or a non-binary person with a ukulele, and then you reach this point where you're playing melody, playing chords, you can sing, you can strum, you can do all this stuff, and then once we get you through 3 Blind Mice, then we try not to do any of that stuff anymore. We just play instrumentally. That's what we're working on here. And so all of this stuff is happening all simultaneously, and we want to get started with Yankee Doodle. Takes you to the next level where we're really focusing in on, hey, here are the chords, here's the melody, here's how we crunch them together. Lots of stuff going on over here. Let me see what else I missed out on. My cat would love it if we had. These poor guinea pigs. I don't hear the fans at all. Okay. Just sounds like general ambulance. Okay. Hey, cat. You don't hear the fans. Hello from Denver. Terry's in from Denver. Okay. All right. So we got 10 minutes. We got to play fast then for Jennifer. All right. So grab Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle is in the key of C. How you know that? Starts in C, ends in C, has lots of C's in the middle. And so that's step 1, making sure we know it. If we're in key of C, we might find a D minor, we might find an E minor, but we're for sure going to find F's and G's. Okay, so remember, and we're going to talk about this some tonight as well. F's and G's are here. Okay. I'm playing with a low G ukulele today because I was trying to make the speakers boom. So let me know if the other thing is we're adjusting the this microphone and that microphone. So this is my vocal microphone. That's supposed to pick up my voice. The one down underneath here is supposed to pick up the ukulele. There has a tendency for it to pick up the ukulele way too good. And so I've got it turned way down. So if it's too far down, let me know. But I'm hoping that we've got the sound balance. We did test quite a few times this morning. Let's play Yankee Doodle. First chord, C. Okay. Hopefully that's who you are at this point. You're going to have a G chord. How do you get to G chord from here? Index first, middle second, ring third. How do you get back? Drop down, lose these two guys. Okay, so just be mindful when you're learning your chords. It's not what the next chord you have to play isn't important. It's how you're going to get there. Okay, C, bum, 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 G. Back to C. You also have F chord in here. You're on a C chord. You're going to go to F, index first. Boom. Now you're on F. From F, we often will go to G. I think we always go to G. No, sometimes you go back to C. To get to G from here, index first, middle, ring. Boom. There we go. That's how we want to play this song. Okay. Barbara says the monitor over your right shoulder. The monitor, that or this? I will close this. This is my computer that I'm trying to keep it going. Sleep. How about that? There, how about that? That's a picture. Okay, there. Let's see. All right, from the top, let's sing and strum it. You have 4 beats in a measure. So remember, you're not playing along with the music. You're playing 4 beats in every measure, no matter what. You're welcome, Jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. All of those are possibilities. And for some of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got lots of right hand choices. Let's sing through it twice. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yankee Doodle went to town a-riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle, daddy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be hand. One more time. Yankee Doodle went to town a-riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle, daddy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be and be. Okay, so again, when you're working on strumming, it doesn't matter what the melody is doing. It matters how many beats are in a measure. So there's 4. You come up with a system that's 4 in every measure. Sometimes you'll change your strum pattern either for part of the song, or the second time you go through, you change it completely. Whatever works for you, whatever works for the song and you, right? It's got to be both, because you may decide I'm going to play every single song this exact same way. Well, it's not going to work, because sometimes the songs need to be adjusted. In other situations, you're going to say, oh, I'm going to change it up all the way through. I'm going to do all this cool stuff. And then the song's like, no, you're not. So you and the song have to agree on when you're getting your strum patterns and your right hand activities together. All right, time to play the melody. 3, 3, 5, 7. What happens in this song is the first part of the song is not in first position. There's no 1s or 2s for up until measure 4. You finally get a 2 showing up. Okay, so what I have found is, let's start in 3rd position on this song. Okay, that puts your 3 on your index on 3, middle. Okay, and now your pinky's on 6. Well, now you can reach all the way to that 7 fairly easily. If your pinky's on 6, you can reach that 7 and even 8 pretty effectively. So we're going to play this starting in 3rd position. So typically, right, we grab the chord and we say, That's how we want to play. But let's start in third position, and that's going to make it a little bit easier for you. Hey, Clay, welcome in from Santa Rosa. Is that Santa Rosa, California, or Santa Rosa, New Mexico? All right, we'll find out. It's very exciting because there's a good one and a bad one, and we'll find out which one he's from. All right. So start in third position on this, and let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 7, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 2. Slide back up. 3, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 3. Now be in first position. 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2, 3, 3, 0, 3, 1, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 3, 3, 2, 5, 3, 3. Okay, Clay's from the good one. Okay, so I know there's a Santa Rosa, New Mexico. I lived there for a while, not in Santa Rosa, but in New Mexico. I think Santa Rosa is east of Albuquerque, if I remember right. All right, we'll play it one more time. Again, you start off the song in third position, but wrong about measure 7. It's going to pull you down into first position. Let the song do what it's going to do, and then you can hang out there in first position and finish the song out. Okay, from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 7, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 2, 3, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 3, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2, 3, 3, 0, 3, 1, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 3, 3, 2, 5, 3, 3. Okay, put the pedal to the metal just a little bit to see how you're doing. If you're keeping up with me, you're playing well. Okay, that's exciting. We want to make sure that we're always pushing ourselves speed-wise a little bit. These ukulele videos that go around the internet on a regular basis. Oh, did you see this one? Almost inevitably, it's a young kid playing ukulele at a ridiculous rate of speed with their chorus and reverb turned all the way up on their amplifier. And it sounds pretty cool, right? And that's how these ukulele videos end up going around. But you don't want to be that kid because he's... Yeah, right. What you want to be is able to take an acoustic guitar, or acoustic ukulele, not plugged in, play it at a nice kind of snappy little pace, right? Be moving right along, but you don't need to be blasting through everything. That's how you get famous. And then what happens is the great guitar players end up slowing down. The great ukulele players end up slowing down. It's all about the beauty of the tones coming out of your instrument. What can you do to have the prettiest way of playing, not the fastest way of playing? Nevertheless, we still are always trying to push ourselves just a tiny bit to go a little bit faster. Okay, now let's wrap up Yankee Doodle. We're going to play chord and melody together at the same time. Notice as you look through the piece, you see a lot of 0003s, right? We like that one. That's going to come up. Also notice it's usually on the first beat of a measure. We're going to hit a nice, beautiful chord. Then we're going to play a little melody. Then we're going to hit another chord, play a little melody, and so on. We got a half a dozen, or a little bit more than that, with 2 chords in them. So we're strumming them twice. We'll go through one time. We'll play it with thumb. Okay. Then we'll go through and we'll play it with the claw, and then probably we'll go through it one last time where you get to decide which way is making the most sense for you. Now, when you first start, your thumb is always going to sound better. So we know that going in. Okay, I can assure you it will sound better if you play this with your thumb, but you don't necessarily always want to sound better. right? You want to get both skill sets in place so that whatever song comes along, you can choose, hey, I'm going to play this one with my claw. I'm going to play this one with my thumb. I'm going to play it the first time one way, and I'm going to play it the second time the other way. I'm going to play the first two parts one way. I'm going to play the third part another way, and I'm going to play the fourth part back to the first way I was playing. So it just gives you a lot of, Valerie can't be here today. Getting house ready for the realtor appraisal. We'll watch later. Have a great day, Valerie. Selling your house. All right. I have to have a guy come in and cut out part of our wall to fix a plumbing issue, and it's making me nervous, and he's not even going to be here for many days, right? Well, I don't want anybody in my house fixing stuff because they never fix it. It breaks it even more. That's not true. He's going to fix it. All right, so first time through, let's play with thumb, okay? And now the question is, do I stay in third position, or do I go to first position since that's my C chord, or should I play in third position when you use this? Well, since we know a lot of the melody is going to be up here, go ahead and commit sacrilege and do your C chord with your index finger. That gives you lots of these fingers to do the melody, and that way you can hold this one down as long as possible and kind of help create that connected sound. Okay, so from the top, start with your index finger on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. G chord. Now go to first position. Okay, the cool thing that just happened was I got caught up in all the places that you're probably likely to have got caught up in, hadn't adequately prepared for my performance just now, right? So the first line, I'm okay on. C chord, a little bit of melody, another C chord, a little bit of melody, C chord, another little bit of melody, C chord goes to G chord. Everything's going great. Where I got into trouble, measure 6, 5, 5, 5, 8. Did that jump up and bust you, right? When we sang it, we use this F, but when you've got the melody clear up here on 8, you're going to have to add that bar chord on 5, pinky on 8. Okay, so that's what happened there. And then I was so mad I missed that chord. Then I forget I'm so busy paying attention to what I just screwed up that I'm not paying attention to where I am, right? You ever done that? Let the next shot get ruined by the last shot. Here's your F. Put your pinky or ring on 7. You're already holding down the 5, and then you've got your G chord. Okay, then it's pretty standard, pretty straightforward until you get to measure 15, right? You're holding measure 15, you've got just G chord. You're going to do a rest stroke on that, and then you've got a 3 there. You're like, oh shoot, I got to add my pinky to get that 3, and then take it right back off. And then I'm going to put my pinky way up here on 5, and then come down to 3. So there's quite a lot of places to blow it on that song, and so just be aware that, all right, went through, found everything that's going to be challenging in the song. Now let's go back through and play it again, but this time let's claw our way through it, see how we do. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. quite a bit different feeling with the claw. Maybe not better, right? But different. And so, again, wanting to have both skill sets readily available for yourself. Last time through, you pick your way, find your way to make this thing beautiful. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start off clawing, and then I'm going to wrap up with strumming. Look at there. See, that's why you have all of this. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you let it ring out. Just let it be as beautiful as you can, and then finally take your cord off, and you are a Yankee Doodle expert. Again, Yankee Doodle is not a song you probably want to play on a daily basis. It's not that important, but knowing how the G chord is working with as you're coming out of that F chord into the G chord there at measure 6, there's a whole lot of stuff going on there, right? So as you're in this fancy F chord, and then you've got to get down to this one, and so there's a lot of motion in there, and that's an important skill set that's going to come up. You have this F chord with the holding down the 3, that's going to come up. It's going to come up a lot in your life, and so this piece has a nice introduction into all of those sort of high-level skills that are just going to keep coming up, and so there's no reason not to work on this if you're newer and really dig into it and get it good and solid. All right, that's Yankee Doodle. Okay, not the song that you need to have. It's the song you want. Well, it's the song you need to have, not the song you want to have. Right? Lots of good stuff in there. And those of you guys who've been coming to Summer Institute, you know we've done those chord shapes over and over and over and over and over and over. So yeah. All right, Yankee Doodle. Let's move on to Ash Grove. And let me see if I can find that more quickly than I was about to do. Ash Grove. A couple of things, just website related and systems related and all of this. I mentioned last week that I'm thinking about splitting off the newer member stuff into a 1 hour earlier section. So that would be the section where we would just play the stuff that newer people coming in and getting comfortable with. And by newer people, I don't necessarily mean not for those of you who've been around a while. If this is a struggle, if you want just some extra time putting in your reps and doing that stuff, we'll be doing that. But the one thing I've been concerned about is this higher level stuff, the new stuff that comes out week after week after week. I want to spend a tiny bit more time on it and be a little bit more focused. So those of you guys that are like, yep, I need new music. I've only got 99 pieces of music to play. I need the next one that you're coming. The one that you're coming out with tomorrow is the one that I got to get to. For those of you guys, I just want to have a little bit more time to dig into the higher level stuff. What that will mean is that we will start a little closer to 1 o'clock on the newer music and the higher level music, and that we will be starting we'll just do the rotating the books 1 and 2 through consistently at the earlier time slot. And then I am looking, guys, at a later time slot in the day, sometime in the week, to get together just to play music. I know a lot of you guys are going to the strum-alongs that happen once a month or whatever online, and those are fine to do. But I think that somehow we need to have an opportunity at a completely different time slot to see if we can't grab a few other people who aren't able to log in this time. Because as in looking through my YouTube back there's all these numbers and analytics which appear to all be wrong, but about half of the people who watch these videos don't watch them during this time slot. More than half, actually. So they're coming in and looking at the recordings, and so I'm hoping to maybe find another time where they could have an opportunity, those people, to at least catch a live lesson once in a while. I don't know if the live lesson is important or not, but I feel like it is, because I like hanging out with you guys. You're all right. All right. So that's coming up. That's a couple weeks away. I don't have everything figured out on it yet, but we'll be moving that stuff up to the earlier hour, and then this stuff. And you can come to both. There's no reason why you can't come to both. And of course, after a while, you'll be like, I can't listen to Gary anymore. And then you'll go, I don't know, take somebody else. The other thing that we have going is tonight at 7 o'clock. That's tonight, my time. It could be the morning for you, but at 7 p.m. My time here, we do Global Ukulele Institute, and it is for everybody. And so tonight we have we have a lot of cool stuff going tonight. What we're going to be doing, by the way, I am super excited about that bar picture I found to do that and made it purple. Yeah, if you haven't been to your email box or looked at the website, there's this really cool purple Cadillac bar type thing on there. Tonight we'll be playing arpeggio in E flat, and then getting you ready for the arpeggio in A minor. So you guys are getting pretty far along the food chain there when you're playing that kind of stuff. We'll also be talking about the chords you probably should know. Okay, as a ukulele player, as an instrumentalist, we don't get away with just knowing 4 chords and putting a capo on. We really have to know our chords. So I'll be talking about what those are that you need to know. We're also going to do the bar chord workshop, where it's just about the bar. It's no longer about the chord, it's about the bar. And if you can get a better bar on, you're more likely to get a better chord out of it. And so I have a little worksheet that we do that kind of helps with that. It doesn't solve all of your problems, but it certainly will help make them make sense a little bit. For the newer players, we'll be playing Amazing Grace and Happy Birthday. For those of you who've been around a while, Man on the Flying Trapeze and Hallelujah. So we have a busy night tonight. Hopefully we'll get through most of it. Sometimes we don't get through any of it, but we'll see how far we can get with everything, and hopefully it'll end up sounding, you'll end up being a little bit smarter, a little bit faster, a little bit better looking after taking that class. I love listening to you sometimes. You can eat ice cream and play your ukulele when I'm talking. All right. Because Red is running me down. We're going to play Ash Grove, and we're going to not have any talking the rest of the day. Ash Grove, 4 chords: C, A minor, D minor, and G7. That's a C chord song right off the bat. It's in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I changed all the words to be ukulele specific. I don't even remember what the original words were about. Doesn't matter. They're gone now. It's from 1802. Everybody associated with the production of this song, and it's the Beehive that was associated with Edward Jones. They're all dead now, so they're fine with us doing whatever we want. This piece of music, for those of you guys who are teachers, you got guitar line, you got 2 different ukulele lines, you got a vocal line, you got a harmonica line, you got chords, 2 sets of different chords, right? And the cool part about it is that when you get to the tough uke, there's really technically another set of chords. They're the same chords technically as listed above, but they're fingered completely differently in most of these. And so you've got a whole lot of cool things you can do as a teacher to bring in all sorts of different timbres, all sorts of different instruments, different approaches, get everybody working in a different way. And you're waiting they're always, as a music teacher, you're always like, oh God, I got to put a concert on in this many weeks. And you're sort of like figuring out what you can do. This piece of music would take a whole lot of kids, right? Or a whole lot of adults. Laurel says she used her as her senior recital piece, so she has a little experience at Ash Grove. It's beautiful melody, and we'll talk about a little bit more about that tonight. But when you're selecting songs to play, the first thought in your head is ukulele works when the melody works. And so if when Prince died, I tried to do a Prince medley, and Prince doesn't put a ton of melody in his. He puts a lot of orchestration in his work. And so they just don't sound that great on ukulele. But you take these old fashioned songs where melody was a big deal, you're usually in a lot better position to make a really nice sound. All right, Ash Grove. Just make sure you know your chords. We're not going to sing it. Right? Well, we might. Here's a C chord. Okay. Here's a D minor chord. Remember to make a D minor, F chord first, add your ring finger to make the D minor. Okay. A lot of times when you see a D minor, a G7 will be hanging around with it, and then we just roll down. Don't lift up your index finger. Just slide over to your G7. All right, Fran, have a great day. Good to see you. And then the only other chord in the whole piece is A minor, and that's right here. And it doesn't show up till measure 14. Okay. With this piece of music, the challenge is not the chords, it's not really the melody. The melody does go clear up here to 10. Okay, so you're going to be playing that note for real. What's challenging about this is how do you read your repeats? Okay, I always, not always, most of the time I give you a little chart up at the top left-hand side of the paper, repeats, and I tell you which measures go to where. But most sheet music is not going to do that for you. So you really do have to learn how to read sheet music's repeats. So let's take a look at the things on this piece of paper that would help you. So you pull up to the sheet music, you get ready to start to play, you're going to read through it. First thing you know is you're in 3/4. All right, 3 beats per measure. And now I know what I'm going to be doing when I'm playing on chords. Next thing I see is a pickup note. It's important you know that term, the pickup note. That's the note that happens before the first measure. Okay, so sound is going fuzzy. Oops, sound just went wonky. Oh, had a couple of people go wonky on sound. Robot voice. Check your mic connection. I didn't touch anything. Sound transmission going out. Audio was wet. Let me turn that off and see if that possibly is going to make any. Yep, sound is all wonky. Oh, I went wonky for everybody. I didn't touch anything, guys. Static, let's go eat some ice cream. Yes, wonky, wonky. Come on, clear up, clear up, clear up, clear up, clear up. Oh, shoot. Are we going to get any better? Are we going to get any better? There's nothing I can do about stuff like this. I don't have, let me just double check my internet connection, make sure that's fine. Still wonky, guys, still wonky. Shoot. Just came on all at once. Yes, it sounds like you are gargling. Refresh. I'm going to hit refresh. It's probably going to kick us out. I'm going to hit refresh. It's probably not going to work. Then let me try this. End stream. Not yet. All right, let's see if that possibly cleared it up. Come on, clear up YouTube. Clear it up YouTube. Clear it up YouTube. Clear it up YouTube. Clear it up. Clear it up. Clear it up. Sounds like it could do. Okay. Shoot. Rats. Okay. I'm going to relog. Go back to Jolly Roger Ukulele. I will put up a second string. Okay. So logging out, and then I will repost a new link.